You ever open your bank app and just stare? Not even to check your balance, just to feel something? Because somehow you got paid 3 days ago and you're already calculating which organ to sell to afford oat milk. Meanwhile, some billionaire just bought a $500,000 invisible statue. You heard that right. Invisible statue, it's literally nothing. Air, space, vibes. And they paid $500,000 for it like they unlocked a new level of stupid. Let's talk about it. Because while you're out here making survival meals out of peanut butter and regret, billionaires are out here blowing money on stuff that would make even a Bond villain say, bro, that's a bit much. Let's start with Jeff Bezos' yacht. This man spent $500 million, that's $500 million, on a yacht so big it needed a separate support yacht just to exist. That's like buying a dog that's so massive, you have to buy another dog just to walk it. The yacht was so big, the city of Rotterdam had to temporarily dismantle a 100-year-old bridge so it could pass. That's not even flexing anymore. That's historic vandalism with a budget. And while you're scrolling for secondhand furniture, some billionaire somewhere is spending $30 million on a dead dinosaur. Yep, a full T-Rex skeleton to just casually decorate their living room. Imagine inviting someone over. Hey, you want water, tea, or to feel small and insignificant next to my extinct apex predator? Meanwhile, I flinched at paying $4 extra for guac last week. And here's the thing, it only gets dumber. Billionaires hire pet psychics, real people, real money, paid to talk to dogs, not train them, not walk them, just vibe check their feelings. Mr. Barkington feels spiritually attacked by your new boyfriend. And they pay thousands for this. I can barely afford therapy for myself and these dogs out here getting soul readings. Oh, let's talk toilets. There's a guy in Hong Kong who made a toilet out of solid gold. $5 million to poop in luxury. Let me tell you something. I sat on a cracked plastic seat at a gas station once, and that changed me. I don't need a gold throne. I just need one that doesn't wobble when I shift my weight. Now you'd think, okay, maybe these are just isolated weirdos. But no, it's a trend. Billionaires get so much money, they start doing mental gymnastics just to feel something. Mark Zuckerberg spent $100 million to buy up land in Hawaii, not to build something amazing. Number just to make sure no one builds near him. That's not real estate. That's financial social distancing. And can we talk about NFTs for a second? You thought I'd forget. A billionaire bought a JPEG of a rock for $1.3 million. $1.3 million. And now that rock is worth about the price of a Subway sandwich in mild shame. Tell me again how the rich are financially savvy. But hey, if blowing money on dumb things was a sport, Elon Musk would be in the Hall of Fame. My guy bought Twitter, renamed it X, tanked its value by billions, and then had the nerve to charge for a checkmark nobody asked for. And that's like buying a Lamborghini, setting it on fire, and then selling the ashes for $8 a month. But here's where it gets dark. Because while these billionaires are spending millions on rare fish tanks, moon rocks, and custom soundproofing so they don't have to hear peasants breathe, people are out here working 60-hour weeks and still choosing between rent or groceries. You ever look at your fridge and realize you're about to have cereal with a whisper of hope instead of milk? Yeah, meanwhile, these dudes are buying ice cream made from rare Himalayan yak milk that costs $100 a scoop. That's not dessert. That's a cry for help wrapped in lactose. Let me hit you with another. There's a tech billionaire who bought a time capsule burial site for himself already. Dude is planning his death with the same excitement I have when I find a coupon code that works. He's out here like, I want to be buried under a mountain with custom temperature control and LED lights. Brother, I'll be lucky if I can afford a casket. Might just go out Viking style in a cardboard box set afloat in a kiddie pool. And look, I'm not saying you can't spend your money how you want. But when the top 1% own yachts the size of football fields, and the rest of us are deciding if we can afford a second coffee this week, you start to realize we're not playing the same game. Their version of oops is spending $4 million on a diamond-encrusted iPhone case. Mine is overdrafting by $1.73 because I forgot Netflix was due. That's not just a wealth gap. That's a parallel universe. And here's what's crazy. They get rewarded for it. Buy a yacht? Tax write-off? Build a space rocket? Government subsidy. Meanwhile, I donated $10 to a charity and my bank flagged it like I was laundering cartel money. So what's the point of all this? Honestly, it's not to shame rich people. It's just to remind you, if you're broke, you're not stupid, you're not lazy, you're not failing, you're just not playing the rigged game where buying a dinosaur counts as portfolio diversification. And if you did suddenly get $1 billion, you wouldn't buy a golden toilet. You'd probably pay off your mom's mortgage, take your friends on a real vacation, start that business you've been dreaming about. You do something meaningful. That's what makes you different. So next time you feel bad about money, remember you didn't buy an invisible statue. You didn't name a rocket, big rocket, mech rocket face, and spend $20 million on branding. You just want to survive, thrive, and maybe buy a coffee that isn't $7. Hit like if you've ever stretched $50 like it owed you rent. Drop a comment with the most ridiculous thing you would blow $1 billion on, but make it relatable, poor person energy. I want to see someone say, I'd buy a washing machine that folds clothes and also validates my life choices. Because honestly, same. Stay broke, stay brilliant, and don't let rich people convince you they're smarter. They just have worse taste with a bigger budget. Peace.